Oh yeah, chopped. Oh, fuzzy.
That was just a mic check. First name Mike, last name row phone. I will mic check those nads. And Deej, what's up? Very happy man is Deej. After his country robbed Denmark. And the New Jersey devil himself, Decepticon, in the house. Not waiting for the clock to go down. Alright, I'm sick of it. Sick of watching that clock. I just want to talk. You know, and I know you're here for this. I know you're not here to talk to me. I know you're not here for the news on VR or PlayStation or whatever. You're just here for the face, so you can do your dirty deed and then leave. I know, you men are all the same. Anyway, Deej is very drunk. We should take advantage of this situation. I don't know how, but we should. Strange to hear, but not see. Exactly, that's exactly what I'm saying. Chopped just said it. Well, he said it a little bit ago, but I didn't see it until now. Strange to hear, but not see. He's just here to watch. Typing with one hand, let's just say. No need to be vulgar, I don't think. Decepticon says the TikTok weirdie. I don't know what he means by that. But it is only a matter of time before I become an internet phenomenon. So, although maybe not through TikTok. I might have had magic marshmallows. You mean magic mushrooms? I don't know what the fuck a marshmallow is. Two-hand typing, thank you. Yeah, right. Well, then you're a two-pump chump. That's what's happened now. I don't blame you though. You probably got real sensitive because you hadn't seen my face in a while. So the sensitivity has probably like at 99. When normally it's like at nothing because you're rubbed out. You're worn out. Fuzzy says, I'm a tactical. Whoa. Deej. With the Pete Hawkins. Thank you for the 6.9 A's. I love you too, Deej. Thank you very much for that generosity. Roll the piece. I'm not happy with the Pete one, to be honest. I'm not happy with how I need to edit. I keep forgetting. Well, listen, I've been gone for like weeks. It took me a while to figure out how to use the software again, to be honest. I was like, what is this? What am I doing? How do I set up the stream again? So that took a little bit of time. I was supposed to be live like hours ago. Anyway, this whole stream is just to ease me back into it. Because I've been out of the loop. And we got some big news tomorrow with the place. Yeah. See, I'm struggling to speak. I haven't spoken in weeks to anyone. There's a PlayStation State of Play tomorrow. And this is potentially big news. Alright, even if it's not virtual reality. I mean, we'll get into that a little bit. There's like not much they say on the blog. It's all going to be speculating. So if you don't like speculating, get out of here. Alright, I know Tasuki's going to roll up now. He's like, don't get your hopes up. Because he already tweeted at me. He's going to be, keep your expectations low, blah, blah, blah. It's correct. But still, let's get hype, you know? It's hard to type with one hand, says Fozzie Bear. Is that what you mean by I'm a tactical? What are you using? What are you using to type? I feel like you need two hands with all that extra skin. Just one to hold the skin up, you know? Deej is having a good laugh, and that's what it's all about, you know? Laughing at Tasuki. Deej was part of that conversation on Twitter. So he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, if I say his name one more time, he'll appear, so be careful. Alright. Chops says, voice to text, brother. What? Decepticon is hoping for some patent updates. Exactly. I have a feeling he's potentially going to bitch about this. And let's just read this little blog here, and then we can get into it, shall we? Tune in, not tune in. Tune. There's a CH there that you can't see. Tune in to State of Play this Thursday for an extended look at Deathloop. Personally, I'm kind of sick of Deathloop because that game was supposed to be out in May, got delayed, and then there's the whole weirdness with them being owned by, or Bethesda owning that game, producing that game, and then Xbox buying Bethesda after this deal was already done. So technically this is an Xbox made game that's going to be exclusive on PS5 for like a year or so at least, you would imagine. And so it's like a funny situation. And there's another game like that as well, Tokyo Ghostwire, or Ghostwire Tokyo, one of the other Xbox games coming to PlayStation 5 exclusively for like a year or so. Of course, these deals were made before Microsoft swooped in with the bags of cash, and that is why things are the way they are. Hopefully this is scrolling on the screen for you as well. I think it is. Let me read some comments here real quick. Deej says, I'll call him a glass half full type of guy. Yes, you did. Sarcastically, I imagine. Decepticon says, I'm here for the patent play. Pop 1 is solid. Demio is solid. Pop 1 I know is solid. Demio is a game I keep hearing about, but I've never seen 2 seconds of gameplay of it. But it's not on PlayStation Virtual Reality, so therefore it doesn't exist. Chop says I got that in Quest. I'm not sure which game he's talking about. But, oh, you gone to Quest now because your headset's gone, Chop? Is that what's happening? Are you being forced to degrade yourself? On your hands and knees crawling over to Mark Zuckerberg and putting on his filthy headset. Daniel Dries, welcome. How are you doing, Daniel Dries? Nice to have you back once again. Get ready for approximately 30 minutes. So it's a sizable one of indie and third-party updates, including a reality warping tour of Black Reef Island. That's to do with Deathloop. I was going to say Death Stranding there, but no, not that. So this is from Sid Schumann, Senior Director of Content Communications. What a job. Give me that job. Seems easy as hell, that job, Sid. You know, you got a cushy making these fucking blogs once every 6 months. That's all you got to do, Sid. I'm certain of it. We've seen Colt's head-spinning powers in action before, but this Thursday we'll get a 9-minute look at Deathloop. So straight away, take 9 minutes off this. We're left with 21 minutes of endless possibilities. In this extended gameplay sequence, we see Colt use his abilities to stealthily skulk across rooftops or go in guns blazing to create a whole lot of mayhem. Lots of options available on Black Reef Island. I'm sorry, I'm getting into it. Alright, I'm a bit rusty. And speaking of this, these kind of open, I mean, it's kind of like a sandbox. These sandbox games where they're like, oh, you can tackle these missions in any variety, but they only ever have two varieties, really. It's stealth, and then it's everything else, which is always like loud and, you know. And then maybe if it's a Deus Ex, maybe there's a way to hack as well or something, but then that's it. It's never as really as open as they kind of make it out. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. In addition to this long look at Bethesda's violent adventure, we'll have updates on updates. Okay, so that's interesting. The wording is always interesting. We'll have updates on some exciting indie and third-party titles. The full show clocks in around 30 minutes. This showcase will not include updates on the next God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, or the next generation of PlayStation Virtual Reality, which they're still not calling PSVR 2. Stay tuned with a CH, throughout the summer though, as we'll have more updates soon. So, before we get into that, let me check these comments real quick. No, that shot is collecting dust in my closet. I'm guessing you mean shit. Daniel Drees is good. But he's a man of few words today. That's fine. That's fine, Daniel. I respect that. The strong, silent type. Deej, with all the PSVR games coming out this summer, I can see a couple of release dates coming our way tomorrow. Well, that's exactly the kind of thing I was going to say, because when they say updates, they're not saying anything about announcements. Now, that doesn't rule out that there's potential for announcements, because if they want to surprise us with something, then warning us about a surprise is not the way to do it. But keep in mind, I mean, you might be rolling your eyes when you see indie. You know, I feel like that happens a lot. It's like, oh, I don't want to see this indie trash. But you have to keep in mind that like 95% of the PSVR's library are indie games. So these are the kind of games we'd be interested in, all fall in here. You know, Song in the Smoke, that's an indie game. Fracked, indie. I mean, I feel like we've seen a lot of Fracked lately. They've got like a special with Upload Viewer all this month, where they're promoting that game there. So I'll be surprised if they have more stuff to show at the State of Play, but I won't rule it out either. Again, I guess the big thing here, the next generation of PlayStation Virtual Reality will not be shown. That does not rule out the current generation of PlayStation Virtual Reality. So who knows? We could see anything. And as Deej just pointed out, we still have like a good few of these kind of games that we already know about coming to PSVR, but they're lacking release dates, or they're lacking, you know, proper walkthroughs or deep dives or whatever. Like that Zenith MMO that I'm kind of keeping an eye on. Like, it's cringy anime looking shit, but I mean, it's an MMO in virtual reality, so that alone kind of makes it very interesting to me. I feel like we could have a lot of fun with that game, you know. Alexis Diaz, how you doing, Alexis Diaz? Pump, let's play Solaris. Let me know. Sure, Alexis Diaz. Next time I am playing Solaris, I will send you a message to let you know beforehand. I believe you're Ace Diaz 007 or something on PSN. Deech says the Moss devs... Oh, you said this. The Moss devs did tweet about the state of play on... So, potential for Moss 2. That is... I mean, they could just be... I mean, they could be working on a flat game for all we know, and they're tweeting about it there. But that is a good shout, Deej. I mean, it's not confirming anything, but... You know, it's interesting that they're doing that. I'm ready for Sniper Elite of the Year tomorrow. I was actually kind of disappointed it wasn't on the store at midnight. I never emailed Rebellion to try and get a code, and I heard that the game is actually kind of cheap anyway. And I've been out of the loop, so I'm not sure if I wanted to do like a review or anything. So just buying it cheap and then not having any pressure to do anything with this other than just stream us at my own pace and enjoy us is probably the nicest option for me. I was hoping it would be on midnight and then I could be playing this like now, I suppose. But no sign of us on the PlayStation Store. I guess it's gotta wait till tomorrow. Play Layers of Fear. After this, well, how much is it actually? I'll see how much it is, and if it's affordable, I'm buying it right after this stream. Daniel Dries says, I need a release date for After the Fall. There's another one. Decepticon, it's solid. He keeps saying it. He keeps recommending Layers of Fear. And these are the guys now who are connected to Konami, potentially doing this big new Silent Hill game, or one of these big new Silent Hill games. So I guess I should be checking out the Layers of Fear. PS Viewer Underground says, a preview, ? You spoil us. Listen, I just wanna generate some hype. You know, PS Viewer Underground, as a fellow PlayStation enthusiast, which I believe you are. I believe you're probably the biggest PlayStation guy over there on the Alley Cats, or whatever your YouTube channel is called. I don't know, fucking catpiss.com. I think you're like the big PlayStation guy, which is why I respect you the most. But yeah, let's get hype. You know, it's not often that we get these state of plays, and we never know what we're going to get. And PlayStation have been very strange recently with how they're announcing things. Last week they announced the Returnal studio acquisition, Housemarque. And then that same day they leaked Bluepoint, like that they were acquiring Bluepoint, and then took that down immediately. We haven't heard anything about that, so maybe that's going to be there tomorrow. You know, and if it is there tomorrow, will they announce the acquisition alongside a game? Is that why they're holding it for the state of play? If they're even holding it for the state of play, you know, I mean, who knows? Anything could be going on. That's why it's exciting. But it's also why it's always going to be disappointing when things don't happen the way you would like. Deech says 30 squid. I think you're talking about Layers of Fear. Ooh. 30 quid for Layers of Fear. Is that worth it? Decepticon and Underground. AJ. I feel like you guys would know. Is it worth the 30? Well, that's in your currency, 30. So what's that for me? That's more for me, I think. It'll be creepy if that's the case, says Decepticon. It'll be creepy if that's the case. Oh, you're talking about Silent Hill, if they're working on Silent Hill. Well, they also worked on that game, The Medium, that came out on Xbox. I think it's on PS5 now as well, but it was kind of got like mixed reviews on Xbox. And Konami do have like a history of joining these kind of mediocre, I don't want to shit in Bloober, but you know, they're not big AAA, like everyone knows them, like they're not Naughty Dog level or Kojima production level. Nobody's going to shit their pants over a Bloober Team announcement. But I remember Silent Hill Downpour, they did team up with I can't remember the name of the studio now. I think they were like Polish or something, and I did enjoy that game, even though it was like meh compared to like Silent Hill 1, 2, 3. It was technically kind of shit though, like frame rate drops and all that kind of shit. Deech says, thing I want the most is Dash Dash. Wow. Jesus, that game, was that supposed to come out like early 2020? I remember I guess she was the community manager. I don't know if she still is. Prue something. She reached out to me. She's like, oh, hey, Pumpkins. Like 3 years ago. I don't know how long this was. She's like, hey, do you want a code when this comes to PSVR? And I was like, yeah, sure thing. And I've never heard from her since. Should I give up on that game? We have touring cards, you know, so I guess we'll just be happy with that. You also want Poker Stars. I've kind of given up faith on Poker Stars. I feel like they had it all set to go, and then Sony were like, hold on, it's like gambling. There could potentially be a child in the room playing a PlayStation, so we can't allow that in the store. So yeah. Decepticon says, I don't think he enjoyed it. Oh, 30 for Sniper Elite, says Deej. Okay, thank you. 30's not bad for, like, I mean, would you call it a AAA game? It's probably as close as a AAA game on VR that we can get. Like, it's from a big enough studio. Rebellion are kind of up there. Maybe AA. So, AJ didn't enjoy it, and you did. Chop says, can't be disappointed if you just don't give a fuck. Well, that's one way to look at it, too. That's the, you yourself and Tasuki would be in agreement on that one. So, you know, what's the world coming to when you're agreeing with Tasuki? Sniper release is 30, says Daniel Drees, and Layers of Fear is super blurry. Now, are you playing this on a standard PS4, or is this Pro, or does it even have a patch? And AJ, I knew AJ would have, like, he'd be on the ball. You know, he's got 3 currencies for me here. Okay, that's the Sniper Elite prices. I was actually asking for Layers of Fear prices, but it's not important. I mean, it's on the store right here beside me. I'm just too lazy to look. AJ says it sucked. Damn. And you'd consider Sniper Elite AA. Alright, we'll go for AA. Finger batteries. Decepticon says, I thought it was on par, if not better than Paranormal. I did enjoy Paranormal. I enjoyed Don't Knock Twice as well. I think they're by the same developer. They were very, very similar games. I just like those games. And like, even if it's a shitty horror thing, if it's in virtual reality, it heightens the fear. So I feel like I've been saying the same shit for like years now, but you all know it's true. You know, I don't need to tell ye. Everyone here is like a virtual reality dude, so you know what I'm talking about. You know, even like a bird flying into a window, if the 3D audio is done right and if you're not expecting this, the window's over here, you jump, you shit your pants, and that just doesn't happen in like a flat game. You know, you played it on Quest and it looked fine. Interesting. Now, does Daniel Drees have high standards, or is it just much better on the Quest? The Quest is like less powerful than the PSVR, so this is not all adding up to me. Chop says, now I think you are on drugs. Maybe I am. Maybe I've been drugged. Bill Cosby's out of prison, lads. That's all I'll say. Who knows where he is? Did I check my drinks before I drank them? I don't know. Layers of Fear is $20 US dues. Also just as good. So, if it wasn't for AJ saying that it sucked, not even that it was mediocre, but that it sucked, all of a sudden I'm hesitant to buy Layers of Fear at $20 dues, which is probably €20 as well. When the new Firewall season, that game's still booming. It is set to come in July. I'd be expecting this soon, although I don't know an exact date or anything like that. Maybe First Contact Entertainment will be at this thing tomorrow. Maybe we'll get Frank walking up on stage. I mean, come on. Here's Operation fucking Big Black Dildo. And 16 new maps, you know? All coming right now. And then the download happens as soon as he says it. I can see that happening. Don't listen to him on this one, says Decepticon. AJ, what was your opinion on Paranormal Activity and Don't Knock Twice? Because if he also doesn't like those games, then okay, I'll probably listen to Decepticon and try it out anyway. Maybe I should just email him and try and get a code. I don't know. Hope Cosby doesn't come for me tonight. I'm so I'm so valuable right now. I'm guessing you meant to say vulnerable right now because you're drunk, Deej. But because you're drunk, you're not spelling things correctly. But don't worry. I don't think he'll get you. Decepticon says it's a different game though. It's more of a walking sim. But the scares are ignorant. What does that mean? The scares are ignorant. In Layers of Fear, the scares are ignorant. Am I reading that correctly? My eyesight is trash. I need glasses, but I know once you get glasses, that's it. Like your eyes deteriorate at like a way more rapid pace. So I'd rather squint for another few years and then be forced to go to glasses, you know? AJ says, I liked Paranormal Activity. Don't Knock Twice was buggy as fuck. I'm trying to think, did I encounter bugs in Don't Knock Twice? There was the thing in the oven where you're supposed to unlock the oven, but I just stuck my hand in and reached the item and pulled it out. But I don't think that bugged out the game, for me. Good atmosphere and a few scares. Okay, so it looks like you maybe you'd definitely recommend Paranormal Activity. And to me, they're both on par with each other, Paranormal and Don't Knock Twice. So this makes things, difficult, Decepticon. You need to I'm probably going to get it, but this is going to be you're sticking your neck out for this one, you know. It's because I know you better than I know AJ. So I'm relying on you, Decepticon. You know, our friendship hinges on this, basically. You think I have $20 to spare? I would wait for a sale. Not worth 20, says Daniel Dries. My valuables are vulnerable, says Deej. There we go. I like that. Deej is quick on his feet when he's drunk. Good, do it. Then Daniel Dries is like, you know, you're the only one defending this game, Decepticon. How are you with scary games? First stream I saw of yours was Resident Evil 7, but don't remember. I didn't find... okay, so Resident Evil 7 was scary in the first hour, but once you get the weapons, as I find with all of those games, once you get weapons, it's not scary anymore, and all of a sudden you're like a badass. But when it came to like Paranormal Activity and Don't Knock Twice, I was a bitch, because those whole games are like that first hour. You know, you're defenseless, so all you can do is scream and piss your pants and come and shit in your pants, and that's what I did. Decepticon is pushing his quest agenda. Decepticon does make me sick with his quest agenda, but I don't see it happening in this particular chat. Has he gone up to your chat? Is that what he's doing? Infecting your chat with his quest nonsense? Pull off his face and it's going to be Mark Zuckerberg underneath. He's wearing a mask the whole time. I know a lot don't like this one, but I think it's a diamond in the rough. Zuckbucks. Making those Zuckbucks. You know, those Zuckbucks they don't accept those as legal tender outside of Facebook. So back to the state of play thing. I'm kind of interested in this also for flat stuff, you know. I'm really hoping this is where we see The Last of Us Part 2's multiplayer. I know they say you can expect indies and third party. So they don't say anything about first party, which is what The Last of Us is. But still, I'm hoping for a little surprise, you know. They keep talking about how factions, like they wanted to put it in The Last of Us Part 2, but it was too ambitious, so they needed to do its own separate thing. I want this to be class. I want this to be like DayZ, like a big open map, but not shit like DayZ. Not PS2 animations and bugs and shit. Naughty Dog polish on a survival game like that with online multiplayer. That would be insane in the membrane, as William Shakespeare once said, I believe. And then after that, there's a speculation about Silent Hill. Maybe this is where it gets like revealed. Their third party, if it's Konami and Bloober, the guys behind Layers of Fear, as we've just been shitting on for the last while. Well, you've been shitting on us. Damn. So if Decepticon's like one of the few people who like Layers of Fear, like the general consensus is that everyone will be concerned then if it turns out to be true that Bloober Games are working on this new Silent Hill. Just realized I'm very translucent right now. I suppose it's kind of green. It's not very green though. My colors are bleeding. What else? Oh yeah. Another thing I wanted to mention was Werewolves Within. I want to watch that. I'm considering doing a movie review on this channel just for that one movie. I'll never do another movie review unless there's like a Firewall movie review, and there should be a Firewall. If there's a Werewolves Within movie, there should be a Firewall movie. You know, name 2 characters in Werewolves Within. I'll wait. You can't. There's fucking Hook Nose Man, and then there's Ratface. Firewall, I can name like 20 characters in Firewall. AJ is very concerned about Silent Hill. Would rather have no Silent Hill than Bloober Hill. I've heard that there's 2 Silent Hills in development at the same time. One of them is a like traditional Silent Hill, and then the other one, well, the first one, traditional Silent Hill, but it's also like a soft reboot. And then the other one is the like an episodic Silent Hill. That's the one that supposedly Kojima is connected to. That's the one that's supposedly going to have like PSVR 2 support, according to all these crazy rumors from like relyonhorror.com. But yeah, it's all gonna lead to disappointment, which is fine. I'll finally understand what it's like to be my girlfriend. Get Hess on the phone. Listen, I've already penned a deal. I'm directing Firewall the movie. Can we have a movie night? I got some dodgy links. Alright, yeah, we can have a movie night. Not tomorrow. How about Friday night? Friday night movie night? Maybe not even night. Maybe like earlier in the day, Friday. Because I'm off that day. And I can swing it. You got a quest already? Question mark? Says Jackbot. I don't know who he thinks he's talking to. First of all, hello Jackbot. I didn't see you say hello to me once. I didn't see you say how are you. Were you concerned about me? I was gone for weeks. You know, it's like you don't care. Did you finish Layers of Fear? Oh wait, no. Unfortunately, yeah. Says AJ. However, I've already forgotten what he might be responding to. Probably something about Bloober. Which is fair enough. So yeah. I mean, any other predictions? Has there been any leaks? Honestly, I don't even think we'll see any PSVR stuff. I'm hoping some of those indies will be like release dates for some of the stuff we've seen already that they showed at that PSVR spotlight thing. Although I don't necessarily want to see any more of those games, I just want to see release dates, and I'd be happy with that. I don't want to spoil things. Like that's Zenith MMO, which I talked about already. Song in the Smoke, or whatever the hell that's called. After the Fall, co-op. That should be fun. Although I'm sure the PSVR version is going to be interesting to look at. AJ says, I think Brian liked it too, but I thought it was shite. No offense to you. Just the game. What? Who? No offense to who? Me? Or are you talking to Decepticon about Layers of Fear? I'm lost. I'm just lost. You know, a lost soul. That's what happens. You go babbling. You know, I need to keep on top of things. Okay, you're talking about okay. Well, don't worry about, like, you don't ever have to say no offense when it comes to Decepticon. You know, he's not a real human. He doesn't have feelings. All right. He's kind of like a creature. Not quite an animal, but definitely not human. He would definitely be an enemy in a Bloober Hill game. You know, he's not even a very good enemy, but he'd be some kind of creature in the Silent Hill, made by Bloober. You know, not Pyramid Head level, like maybe Square Head, something like that. Decepticon doesn't have good judgment in games. Oh, does Jackpot not like it either? Jackpot, do you not like Layers of Fear? Oh, he ignored the question when you asked, did you finish it? Fozzie says animals have feelings. To a degree, yes. And I would say that Decepticon has feelings, but to a degree. Not at the same level as we would. Like, when you kill a fly, they don't have advanced enough synapses in their brains. Now, I do know that's the correct word. Like, that's a word that exists, but I don't know if I'm using that in the correct context. However, they don't have developed enough brains to detect pain and shit like that. I think it's the same with, like, spiders and things. I'm not exactly sure about that. So I think Decepticon is on, like, that level. He's got, like, base instinct feelings, you know, but not, like, emotions. Jackpot plays Bugsnax. Don't listen to him. From what I've heard, Bugsnax is a good game. I have it added to my library. I just keep forgetting I have it. Played it on PSVR. It's okay. The Exorcist is better. The Exorcist is a very uneven experience. You know, episode 3 is excellent. I think 4 and 5 disappointed me, especially the last one. That was very boring, I think. You have a fly brain? Well, you have a smooth fly brain, Decepticon. Alright? I've got... Whatever kind of brain I have, it's more wrinkled than your brain. I promise you that. So yeah. I wonder will we see Bluepoint. I think my big thing is like seeing this Bluepoint acquisition tomorrow. Even though it's been leaked. But the big thing about that is they might show off a game to go along with it. And that game could be like Metal Gear Solid reboot or remake or whatever, because they do specialize in remakes. But, as I always said to Tsuki, because Tsuki was getting way too excited about this, I said, Tsuki, keep your expectations low, please, and then you won't be disappointed. Chapter 3 is solid, says Decepticon. It is, I'd say it's better than solid. I think, man, that, when the mannequin, or maybe it was just the way I looked at it, because with virtual reality, and especially in a horror game, the experiences can vary so much between person to person, because if you're not looking at the same thing, then you're having a different experience. I mean, I wonder how many jump scares I missed in certain games because I was like just looking at something they didn't want me to be looking at, but something drew me away. But I remember in episode 3 there's a scene, well, is it a scene? I don't know. You're going in the attic and then there's all these mannequins, and I just happened to look at a mannequin a certain way. And I think it was like behind a door or something, and then it turned its head and then like closed the door. And like it ran in the door or something like that. And exactly, mannequin panicking. Anakin. You know? I was an Anakin, mannequin panicking. And that shit turned my blood cold. And I think it was talking to you too, like the demon was talking. It was like it was about vanity, a vanity demon or something. I can't remember exactly. I haven't played it since. I don't know if I'd be able to, like I'm home alone right now. I definitely won't be able to play it again. Right now, you know. Anyway, this is a weird stream, but a necessary stream. This is just to get the rust off the Metal Gears, because I haven't done this in so long. It's nice to get to catch up with you, you know. I know we didn't talk much about anything really, other than reading this little 2-paragraph. Man, he doesn't even have to do much. Sid Schumann has to do. These aren't paragraphs. Look at this. This is a sentence, not a paragraph. This fella has to. This is essentially one paragraph. He has to write one paragraph every 6 months, and he's the senior director of content communications. And this is what he does. Don't tell me he does anything else. The only other thing he does is at E3 time, he allows people like Hess to mention my name on a stage at an E3 press conference. And that's all he's good for. I want his job and I deserve his job. Sid, your days are numbered. Duh. Anyway, I think I'm losing my mind a little bit here. I'm losing the flow and the tempo. And I think everyone's kind of doesn't know what to say. I'm not sure if anyone's even watching anymore. There's no view counter here, which is good for my stress levels, I think. Fozzie's here. He says his team writes for him. Well, exactly. He's what? Senior director. So that implies the existence of junior directors. So what are they doing? They're doing this. And he puts his name on it. He probably adds ellipsis. You know? He puts a little ellipsis there. Those 3 dots, they're called ellipses. In case you wanted to know what those are called. And then he signs his name on it. And that's it. When is the next Firewall season coming out, says Deej? It's coming in July. I've been told like a time frame, but I have not been told that I can repeat that time frame, so I'm not going to repeat that time frame. Although I feel like soon, in the famous words of Adam Orth, soon, you know. Having said that, when I did hear that, that was a while ago, so anything could have changed. Maybe it's been delayed since, for all I know. Decepticon says we're all scared of you. See, Decepticon's seen a side to me that ye haven't. Decepticon's seen the real me, and he's wise to be afraid. Mom Spaghetti says underground. Actually, you know, that's kind of a coincidence as well. I've been into Eminem lately. Decepticon says we're confused at what we're watching and seeing. Chop says GG brother, have a good night. Good night all. Chopped, thank you for stopping by. And I don't know what your situation is in terms of a PSVR. Are you going to get a new headset, or are you just going to wait until the PSVR 2? Or are you going to send it off to get fixed or whatever? I don't know. But yeah, looking forward to talking to you again, Chopped. Playing with you, shooting some people in the head, you know? GG. Daniel Dree says Ultra Wings 2 info. Alright, you want some Ultra Wings 2 info? Ultra Wings 2. I'll give you some Ultra Wings 2 info. So, here you go. So these Ultra Wing shoes are €219, Daniel Drees. Let me tell you, and that's for a UK size 9. If I want to put these into size 11, which is what I am, we're talking... Oh, the price stays the same. That's nice. So these Ultra Wing men leather shoes in black. I don't know if they come in different colors. But the description is here. You know, it's a trainer style. Oxford stores shoes, genuine leather. Upper with brogue accents. Soft textile lining featuring a dual density grand foam footbed offering extra support for each step. They're durable, Daniel Drees. They've got thick rubber soles. They weigh approximately 1.3 kgs. And I mean the product code here, as you can see, is well, I'm not gonna read that out. But listen, you wanted the info. There's the info, Daniel Drees. You can tell all your friends you want to know about Ultra Wings 2. I've got the scoop. I've got the hot scoops. Alright. Daniel, to be honest with you, I haven't a fucking clue about Ultra Wings 2. I know I've seen like a clip of this where it looks way better than the first Ultra Wings. But I meant the VR game. Yeah, I know. I'm just absolutely taking the piss, Daniel Drees, because I've given up. That's what this is. You're seeing a man giving up, Daniel Drees. Soon, I hope, says Chad. Okay, he's going to get a PSVR headset soon. I'm glad to hear it. Look at those graphics, says Decepticon. Look at that tongue action. You call those things tongues, and I hope you call them tongues in America too. But for all I know, you probably call them fucking, I don't know, bullet flaps. You know, I don't know what you call them over there. Will the shoes have the PS5 patches though? Listen, I've got some insider scoops on these shoes, but I don't have all the details. I'm gonna have to ask the slaves in China who are producing them what they know. Fozzyver says, I sent mine in when it broke and had it back in less than a week. Cost 100. Now, is this pre-COVID? They might have a first new trailer this month. There you go. AJ is the man. AJ is the man to ask these questions too, because he's literally a co-host on the biggest PSVR podcast / show. I know. Would you call this a podcast or a show? I don't know. But this guy knows all the things. Decepticon says he's a broken man. Daniel Drees says you can't give up if you never tried. Damn, you know, that's kind of uplifting, Daniel Drees. You've reinvigorated me, you know? You know what? Just for that, Daniel Drees. Oh, wait, hold on a sec. I'm using Bing. I'm using this Edge browser because it uses less CPU when I'm streaming. Alright. Always sensitive. Let's get a look at these always sensitive long ultra sanitary towel wings. 12 pads, Daniel Drees. And we're talking about saving 10% on selected number 7 bundles, which I don't think is related to this. So, I'll accept the cookies, of course. So we're looking at €1.49 for a packet of 12. We're saving 20 cents by purchasing online, I think. We can get some other shots here, I think. Get some other angles. I think that's good value. These girls are flying in the clouds, just like you would expect from Ultra Wings 2. And they're having a good time. Is she passing her like a joint? Is that what all this smoke is? She's got a joint in her hand? Anyway, it's going to be a more softer and a more flexible sequel. So if you found Ultra Wings 1 to be hard and rigid, Ultra Wings 2 is going to have you covered. And it's already been reviewed by 412 people over here, and we're looking at like nearly a 5-star review. This game is sounding excellent, Daniel Dries. Decepticon says, will the souls need replacing? I mean, your mileage is going to vary. You know, I need to walk a mile in your Ultra Wings too to see how you're doing compared to me. So that was pre-COVID. So I wonder if that shit's going to be delayed post-COVID or mid-COVID. You know, are all those parts hard to come by now? I suppose it depends on what's broken. AJ says, I have no life. 240 challenges, huge islands, helicopter, combat. They share a lot of info in their Discord. Damn. AJ's got his ear to the ground. So, I know what you're thinking, Daniel Dries. This fucking pumpkin guy. I've asked him one simple question about one game. Hold on a sec, my television wants to turn off. I won't let it. And he's not telling me anything. He's showing me shoes and he's showing me fanny pads. But, you came to this channel, you asked questions, you got detailed answers. Now, they weren't from me, but that's not the important part. The important part is you were subscribed to this channel, you asked the questions in this channel, you got the answers, you got your information from this channel. Now, I know you might see it as me not doing that, but I was integral to that. So I'm the middleman, and you need a middleman. Decepticon says, do they come in kind of sensitive? I don't, like, you're asking for too much. I mean, these are a very small developer, from what I understand. I need to shave or trim this. Not shave it, trim it. It's kind of out of control. But when I'm wearing a mask all day, it's so easy to just put the mask on and not worry about it. Daniel Dries says, that's a good price. Could you order it for me? Daniel, I don't know what kind of a person you think I am. Absolutely will not order it for you. Ultra Wings is a video game series that is very what's the word? Sensitive? No. No, not unique either. Personal. It is very personal to each individual. And, you know, I don't want to rob you of that experience. AJ says, still getting the info. Exactly. You know? I'm playing 4D chess. I lure the people who know what they're talking about into the chat. And then, like a finger puppet, I got my fingers up AJ right now, and I'm going la 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 la, you know? And then the information comes out of his mouth. Or his fingers. His keyboard. You know, you get what I'm trying to say. AJ says, I watched Terminator 2 yesterday, one of the best movies of all time. I wanted to watch Independence Day, but it wasn't on Netflix. And then I watched Total Recall. All three of those movies are classics. However, Terminator 2, that's like top 5 at least, maybe top 3. This doesn't look like viewer news, says Important. Important, welcome back. Important sent me a comment. Like he posted a comment on my latest video, which was like 2 weeks ago plus, and he was like, hey, are you dead? You know, and he was the only person who did that. So he's gone up in my estimation a lot. I mean, there's other people on Discord, I guess, wondering, hey, what the fuck is wrong with you? But Important, you know, that I have sausage fingers, so it makes things difficult for me. But that's a love heart for you, Important, because I know how you feel about me, really. Open your mind, says Decepticon. 2 weeks. It was a long 2 weeks for ye, but it went all too fast for me. Use Flickster. Flickster, exactly. Not that I know what that is, or condone it. Fozzie Bear says, last Starfighter video game movie. I don't think I know that one, Fozzie Bear. It feels like you just said a bunch of words together. I don't know if that's an actual title. Cousin Justin is here. How you doing, Cousin Justin? And he's still alive. One of the OGs, Cousin Justin. Man, what are you up to? What's your day-to-day life like, Cousin Justin? But like, say it in a very short sentence, because I don't have all fucking day. Important is important now. Well, I'm not going to... Again, just because you've gone up doesn't mean like... I mean, you're already low down. So you're gone up, you're maybe here now. Whereas somebody like... Which one of you do I like? I guess Deej. You know, Deej is up here somewhere. And you still be down here. And then Decepticon is subterranean. But you get the point I'm trying to make. Cousin Justin, actually, he's obviously tippy top. He's the pinnacle. the bluest wrench you can you can imagine. Anyway, I think I'm probably going to end this stream. How do you feel about that? Whoa, what happened? My thing just went black. My sanitary pads. Okay, I still have them. I'll add them to cart. I don't want you to see my credit card details. Haha, cheers dude, no problem, Deej. Cousin Justin says longest wrench too. It's longest, it's the biggest, it's the bluest. Decepticon says the stream ended you. It has. Listen, this is the pressure it's got to me. At a certain point when your channel just freezes, there's just no growth, and you just see that again and again, like it's gonna get to you and it's gonna break you. And right now I'm at rock bottom, but a montage is coming, an AC style montage, and that is PSVR 2. That's gonna be the second wind, and I'm gonna ride those coattails all the way to 1 million subscribers. That's the plan, you know. Or Firewall 2, whatever happens first. I'll have to rewind to get the highlights. Is important. Does he? I'm not. I think there's just low lights. There was just low points in this stream. All I saw was sanitary pads and Total Recall. Player leers. And shut up. Fuck yeah. Okay. Well, listen. Everyone else is kind of talking me out of it, but I'm still going to do this. And remember, your neck is on the line for this. I guess the next game I stream will be Layers of Fear then. Well, I kind of want Sniper Elite 2, but we'll see. We'll see how Payday treats me. Alright. I'm going to end the stream. But I will admit, I'm not quite sure I remember how to do that either. So, I think I will hit this button here. Alright. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, I play the music. That's what it is. That's what happens. I'll see you later. GG. Thanks for stopping by. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Or possibly in months' times. You know what I'm trying to say.